If you've been following my YouTube channel, you know for a fact that I don't actually have a test bench. I've been using a TechWare Quad, which I sort of chopped to half, link in the description section below so you can watch this little graphic video how I just chopped everything off. And it sort of worked in test bench until I sort of figured out that, hey, I can't actually emulate a real life setting, especially when it comes to temperature. So the reason why I got the T70X as well is because of its compatibility, the fact that you can put radiators inside and stuff. But there's one thing that I dislike about this case is the fact that you have to actually get two different parts of the case, which is one is the case itself, and second is the accessory. It comes with a radiator kit and stuff. I'm gonna get into that later in the video. So let's go check out the video right after this, man. Alright, so first things first, let's take a look at the overall exterior build of the case and what it can actually fit on the inside. Now the T70X overall build, in my opinion, it's pretty good and pretty solid, given the fact that its weight is about 3 kilograms as well, and its whole full aluminum build and nice black finish gives the whole case quite a premium feel, especially for a test bench. So the T70X fits up to an E80X motherboard, so that gives you a whole load of room as well. And in this video, I'm actually using an ASRock Z270 M80X motherboard, which gives you also an idea on how much room you actually have in the case. Now I like to think as well that most GPUs out there, even the triple fan ones, would actually fit perfectly in this case. So here's the catch though. What Lian Li actually did was they sort of separated the T71X option kit, which goes for 299 ringgit, which is actually required if you like to have the entire package. Now the T70X itself retails at about 499 ringgit. Now without the kit, you only get a basic bench like any other test benches out there. Now the T71X comes with two side brackets, one rear bracket which functions as your exhaust, and an acrylic enclosure. Now you see, I'm not too sure why Lian Li sort of decided to separate these two, but I guess for some, you may not want the enclosures and additional fan or radiator brackets, and it also places the T70 price tag as a standalone product, in my opinion, much more competitive. So like I said earlier, the T70X tries to mimic a traditional case, and on the rear you have a room for an exhaust fan up to 120mm in size, provided that you purchase the T71X option kit. It would be actually nice to see a 140mm fan compatibility as well on the rear, but I guess that really isn't a big issue at all. You see, with the kit as well, he can fit up to a 280mm radiator on both sides, which is very ideal for those who are up for a water cooling build. But in this video, I'm using a 240mm radiator for reference. Now the kit does also include two magnetic dust filters to prevent, I would say, excessive dust from entering a test bench. So I guess for a test bench, you do get some filtering going on. Alright, so if you were to ask me if there's one thing that I dislike about the T70X, it's actually the fact that if you were to use an AIO, just like in this video, which is the Corsair H100i V2, you may actually need to remove the magnetic filter due to clearance issues. Now you could actually move it to the other side, but I strongly recommend against it because you may just start blocking the whole GPU clearance. So moving on to the bottom of the T70X, it sort of remains quite identical to all test benches out there today. Now you get to fit up to 4 SSDs on the bracket, 2 mechanical drives as well. Now installation of it is pretty straightforward with their pre-packed screws. Now I strongly recommend as well at least a semi or fully modular ATX power supply unit, just to keep the whole bottom section of the case, I would say, neater. So cable management on this case is pretty straightforward, and the whole zip tie slots and brackets as well do actually help a lot to sort of keep things in place. So what if you don't purchase the kit itself? You still can opt for water cooling solutions, but your options are kind of limited to the rear of the T70X. Now the rear could actually fit up to a 360mm radiator or 3 120mm fans. So the front panel of the case does come with two functional USB 3.0 ports and audio jacks, and of course your power and reset button, which sort of make things much simpler compared to my old DIY test bench. And what I personally like about the front panel is the whole little mesh in front that gives the entire front profile a great finish. Now in my opinion, having a test bench like the T70X that is able to sort of emulate a typical PC user setting is pretty important, particularly if you're testing temperatures or doing benchmarks. And of course, the price tag may be a little steep for some, but then again, every single one of us today out there actually know that Lian Li is sort of priced a little bit higher than traditional cases, so this is something that you actually want to factor in as well. So there you go guys, that's the T70X. Now I guess the T70X, like I said earlier, isn't catered to most of the masses out there today simply because of its form factor and stuff. But for someone who likes to review stuff, I think it's perfect. And I don't actually have to move things into my main PC, which makes things really convenient. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about this video, and of course, thumbs up if you like it. Now if you dislike this video, thumbs down, but let me know why in the comments section as well. And of course, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my Next one, man. Bye-bye.